DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. Now, I am filming this quite late at night, so if the audio today is a little bit odd, I do apologise, but hopefully it will all sound okay and hopefully you guys are looking forward to today's episode. Now, spoiler alert, if you aren't caught up, then make sure you go and check out the rest of the series. If you are, then welcome to today's. But we're currently in third place, we're currently unbeaten in the league, and we are playing on Ultimate, so it's not like I'm giving myself an easy time of things here. We just happen to be absolutely flying high, and we have made our new signings. We have brought in a couple of pretty good players here. Chalobah and Obafemi have both made their way to the club. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Obafemi over Kelman on the bench, and Kelman's possibly going to get loaned out somewhere, and Chalobah is also going to make his way into the team here, and it's probably going to be for Dunn, sadly. I know that Dunn was somebody I'm looking to try and get up in rating, but we're going to use Ilias and Pepe Ars as our two attacking options off the bench, and then we have Chalobah to come on as our defensive option. And also we are going to have to take off Ozzy Kakai, which absolutely sucks. Obviously big fan of Ozzy Kakai in real life and in this game, but it makes sense that Ludwig is making his way in because he is probably going to be one of our long-term options at right back. I have to say, Kane playing at 75 is fantastic, but I think Ludwig, once he gets his match sharpness, once he gets into form, will be our go-to right back for the future, as will Chalobah, as will probably Obafemi over Bon as well. But we just need to let these guys kind of integrate into the team, let them slowly but surely get there. But yeah, the squad, as you can see, playing in some tremendous form, +4 as the lowest addition on the starting 11 there, so very happy indeed. But we're going to get into our training for the day, and we're going to get to our first game of today's episode, which I'm fairly sure is a game against Newcastle, but unless anything happens in between, I'll see you at the Newcastle game. Okay, something worth just pointing out, we actually did get Lyndon Dykes to get the Player of the Month, which is pretty darn insane. I think he's the joint top goal scorer of Bruno Fernandes, and mate, that's a pretty sick feeling, I can't lie. Okay, 2 offers come in here, so we might be sending Ozzy Kakai off to a season on loan over in the MLS to New York City FC, and Adoma, potentially again another club coming in with 450 grand. We'll see if he goes off to Krakow, I think is the team, but yeah, let's hope that those two go through, because good loan time for Ozzy, and gets Adoma off the wage bill. Also had a loan offer here for Paul Smith. Again, don't want him to go out on a purchase deal. I want him just to go out on loan. Again, somebody I would love to get more game time. He's going off to Brazil, sadly, which is a bit of a weird one, but I'd love to get him more game time. A player in real life that I absolutely adore, just doesn't get much of a chance for us. But again, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully, again, more loan time, more play time for him. But now we are up against Newcastle. They've agreed, I think. Oh no, Anderlecht also coming in. Okay, interesting. Let me again delegate that and make that just a 1-year loan as well. And that's been accepted. Fantastic. I'll send Bakker out on a short loan, I think that was. But that's all good news. That's all fantastic news. That's really good for us. So let's go ahead and see what team we're going to field against Newcastle. I think we've got pretty much all of our team, but we'll have a look. Okay, a couple of changes here. Obafemi is actually going to get his start for us today up against Newcastle, and Ludwig is also going to start at right back. So they've come in for Macaulay Bon and for Kane. Now, I don't really think that they've been playing too bad. However, I think Ludwig, it's good to try and get a good start in there, try and get him some game time, and we have the strength of Kane to come on, who at the moment would be an upgrade. And Obafemi starting, I think, would be good to see, because him and Dykes is going to be the short, long-term plan. Does that make sense? Those two will be the plan to sort of be like the go-to players for now. So let's get into this game. Let's hope that we can beat another 5 at the back. Let's see how we do, boys. Let's go for it. Home at the Karen Prince Foundation Stadium. Nowhere else I would rather be. And again, this is a really good start in this Premier League. Hopefully we don't hit any bumps in the road anytime soon, because the quicker we're picking up points, the better. And it gives us a good rest of our season to kind of roll into. Apparently the match ball has been forgotten, and apparently we're going the other way. What on earth is happening there? We weren't even working our way onto the pitch. I'm very confused. Regardless, we're going to get ready. Hopefully it's all fixed now. Let's go for it, boys. 3 points again would be fantastic, especially at home. Lyndon Dykes on the ball now. He's come quite deep to pick this up, but he's found Bright Side Samuel off to the right-hand side. We're going to play it back inside to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes is going to try and take it past Abdelhamid, I think is the centre-back he's got there. Plays it into Obafemi. Obafemi's going to pull it onto his right. It's a simple block. First chance of the game for either side, but it's a good block from the defender. Again, good play though. Dykes getting nice and involved, sort of going back to get possession and then building it forward. Good stuff. Got the ball out wide here. Ludwig with his first thing to really do. Lewis here on that overlap. Obviously, they're playing 5 at the back. They've only got 4 in the midfield. That one lone striker in Callum Wilson. But Ludwig doing a decent enough job to see that out. Thankfully, the ball does come in, but does meet our main man, Rob Dickey, at the back there. They have recycled it back in, though. Dominic Ball's come back quite deep to try and intercept it. Ward Prowse keeps the ball. Plays it out again to Lewis. They're recycling it really nicely. Good ball in the middle. And Ramsdale is absolutely stuck to the spot, and Ward-Prowse does find the back of the net. I would like to think that Ramsdale would at least make an effort at saving that. I'd need to see this from the other angle, because it just kind of seems the shot just kind of just happens like there, yeah, as soon as he gets to him. So Ramsdale is never going to react quick enough to that, because the ball comes behind him and he kicks it. He readjusts his foot there and plays that strike. It's one of those goals that's basically a bit of a FIFA goal. His feet aren't going to do that, but we can't be bitter. Second goal in the league for Ward-Prowse. We go 1-0 down. Not the start we were hoping for. Wilson on the ball now. Wilson has taken it past Amos. Ludwig is going to try and come inside and get it off Wilson, but he's not going to get there. And Wilson is going to find the back of the net, and we go 2-0 down to Newcastle. This is not a good start for us. This really is not a good start. This is possibly the worst we've played in the Premier League so far, and it's mainly been down to the fact that our defence has not been fantastic, but creating chances going forward, we have wasted like chance after chance. Ramsdale looking very unimpressed there, but there, look, poor from me. I've left that massive gap there. Ludwig is never getting to it. I've given Ludwig a lot to do there. I don't know if Kane's pace would have made much of a difference, but Wilson opens up his Premier League goal scoring account this season, and it is 2-0 and not looking fantastic for us in this game. They're working the ball forward again quite nicely here. We just seem to be getting caught out in all of these sort of defensive wide spaces. We just don't really have the answer to it. And they work the ball in so easily. I'm trying to change player. EA won't give me them. Oh my word. I made a pretty good tackle, I think, with Dicky there. But it looked like a hell of a foul, I have to say. But we go in 2-0 down at half time. Not the result, or not the first half that we really were expecting. We started off decent, but we've just let them get through with two very easy, straightforward chances. We've let them dominate the play, dictate the ball. And we just have been not particularly good. It's not been good for us. So I'm going to bring on Chalobah. Chalobah's going to come on. I'm going to keep Ludwig in. I'm going to give him a second chance in the second half and see if he can get anything from this today, and just hope and pray that he can be the man to kind of break this down for us. I'm going to bring in Chalobah and hope that he can kind of solidify that midfield a little bit more. A little bit better ball distribution. I think he's got better passing and dominant ball. It doesn't actually, but we're going to go with Chalobah and see if Chalobah can come in and make a bit of a difference. And for now, that's the only change we're going to make. We might bring on Macaulay Bonne at some point in the second half if we need some fresh legs up top, but 2-0 down with everything to do basically in the second half. Going to play this ball out wide to Brighter Sammy, who's not particularly been involved in this game, I have to say. And we do work it inside here to Obafemi. Obafemi's going to try and make this run by himself. A little bit of space opening up in front of him. Can he find that space to get the shot away? He does get the shot away, and he finds a fantastic goal there on his left foot, I have to say. I was not expecting that to find the back of the net, especially when I had two defenders in front of me there. I've skipped the blooming replay. I do apologise. You know what? Just for the sake of it, I will go and watch it back, because it was a very, very nice goal. Very, very happy with that goal indeed. But yeah, that's a fantastic strike there. For him to find the back of the net from there is a very, very good finish, I have to say. As you can see, I've kind of hit it behind the defender. Lyndon Dykes does make that run. It thankfully just about misses him. But yeah, that's a fantastic strike by Obafemi. I think I'm fairly sure he's right-footed, so that's on his weaker foot as well. Is indeed fantastic stuff from Obafemi. They are making a change, as we saw just then as well, but that's a chance for us to maybe get back into it. It is going to be St. Maximin coming on for Hendrick, so a very quick, very skillful player coming onto that left-hand side, most likely. But we've got to try and really concentrate and get back into this now, because that is a very, very good chance we're giving ourselves here. Come on, boys. Let's get back into it. Dykes on the ball here. We see a run from Obafemi. We're going to play it into him. We know he's got a left foot. Can he do pretty much exactly the same thing? That is a fantastic tackle there from the defender, or block, or whatever you want to say. That really was a goal-saving opportunity there. We're going to whip this ball into the middle. We're going to try and find Lyndon Dykes on it. Can he get his head on that? No, defender heads it out. We're going to leave that. Going to go for another corner. Again, we're going to aim for Lyndon Dykes. We've got the man short straight away, but we are going to whip it into the middle. It's not gone to Dykes. It's gone to Carter Vickers, who doesn't win that one, but Brighter Samuel going to collect it calmly to the edge of the box here. Going to play it in to Chalobah. Took far too long to really react to that one, but we're going to get it to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd finds Luke Amos. We see Lyndon Dykes, the league top goal scorer. Can he get himself onto the score sheet today? He can. Hits the defender, but we do manage to make it back in. He's tripped over Darlow, as Darlow looks absolutely devastated on the ground. But Lyndon Dykes finds himself his first goal of the episode today, and does potentially get us back into things here. 2-2, looking good. First half, it was not looking good for us. We're playing so much better, considerably better in this second half here, and that really was a nice bit of play. A bit lucky, potentially. The deflection, maybe it didn't hit the defender, actually. I think it maybe just about went under him as he slid in. Let's have a bit of a closer look here. Oh, it's kind of hit his hand. I don't know if Darlow would have saved it, but the main thing is it has found its way into the back of the net. No changes as of yet. I'd like to keep Ludwig on for the 90 minutes, I won't lie to you. Maybe bring on either Connor Masterson, or potentially bring on Macaulay Bonne at some point. But Obafemi as well, also playing pretty darn well. Pretty happy with the boys. 2-2, about 20 minutes left. I'm going to make some changes, but let's see this game out. Let's push for that winner. Okay, they're working it forward here. We've got to be careful. Carter Vickers, the man trying to stand it up. That's a very good ball through. St. Maximin comes in. St. Maximin finds the back of the net. They go 3-2 up. It's been a bit of a rude awakening there for St. Maximin to just burst through like that. Hammerlinen was never catching him. As soon as he got that goal side of Hammerlinen, I knew I was in trouble there. I just left the space and I just couldn't get that ball. Bit of a disappointing way to concede there to make it 3-3. I have just made my changes, 2 quite attacking changes as well, so potentially a chance to get back into it. Ramsdale wasn't getting to that one. But yeah, we've just brought on Ilias Chair for Ellis Todd, and we've brought on Macaulay Bonne for Obafemi. So let's see if those two guys can now get us back into this game, not get us into the lead, but get us back level pegging. Potentially one last chance here to try and make something. Ilias Chair is going to bring this ball forward, going to turn in and find Lyndon Dykes. Dykes is going to work his way forward here. Plays it to Ilias. Ilias Chair is going to have to turn. Finds Macaulay Bonne. Macaulay Bonne. Oh, with a bit of a scuffed shot. Not really much behind that one. It needed a lot more to get past Darlow there. Can we win this possession and try and get one last attack before the whistle goes? Brightside Samuel with a good header forward. Lyndon Dykes. We're now into that extra time. Dykes is going to try and get it to the middle. Get that ball. Oh, he's not going to get it. That surely is going to be the full-time whistle there. It is. We get our first loss of the season. And I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting the team out of the teams we played to beat us, to be Newcastle. But fair play to them. First half, we just were not good enough. Second half, after getting the 2 goals, it all went a little bit wrong. It literally just went a little bit wrong after the 2 goals. It almost felt like Newcastle needed to be either level pegging or behind. Or like, yeah, level pegging or whatever to kind of play at their best. As soon as we started that second half, we started fantastically well. But we get our first loss of the season. A bit of a wake-up call, I would have to say. Some poor defensive errors on pretty much all 3 of the goals. The only 3 shots they had, however, but gutted. Bad day at the office there. Well, our first loss of the season keeps us in the top 4 still, currently still on those 10 points. Liverpool, Arsenal and Spurs also up there with us. We've got some offers coming in here. So Ahmed with a loan option. Okay, he's not going to be bought out, but I will delegate it to be just a regular loan. But yeah, hopefully we're going to pick ourselves back up and hopefully play a little bit better in the next game. And that next game is going to be up against Wolves away in the league. Going to be a tricky one, but we need to, like I said, dust ourselves off, pick ourselves up again and go again. Just want to say very quickly, Skip, the player we looked at, I think we offered 2 mil. His value is at 4, so there's a chance that maybe they would have asked for like 5 to 7. I'm a bit surprised they stormed out at 2 mil. Just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, just want to let you guys know Duke McKenna potentially going out on loan to Orlando City, and back as a loan has been agreed, so he's gone a short-term loan to Zwolle, I think is how it's pronounced. But yeah, let's get into our team sheet ready for this game against Wolves. A couple of changes inbound. Okay, so a few first-team players making their way back in, i.e. Todd Kane is going to come back in and start for us there. Chalobah, again, arguably going to be our starting CDM along with Amos in the short-term period. Obafemi coming in and keeping his place. Ilias Chair is going to come in for Ellis Todd, as he didn't really provide too much in that last game. To be fair, neither did Brightside Samuel, but I think the pace up against this team is going to be very, very important. You can see they have picked up Koundé. They've obviously got a very, very good bunch of players. Obviously, speedy recovery to Jimenez in real life. Good to see him playing in this at least. But hopefully we can come away again today with just a good performance. We need to, again, forget that last game, move on, get back into winning ways. Okay, here we are away to Wolves. A pretty good team in real life. A team that's obviously in a little bit of hit and miss form. However, it's going to be a tricky game anyway, because I don't really like playing against Wolves in any of the last couple of FIFAs, because they just have very good, very quick players. I didn't see Adama Traore in their predicted starting lineup. Doesn't mean he won't play, but it could be that he's actually moved on. Regardless, again, 3 points today has got to be our focus. Let's hope and pray that that can be what we get today. Oh, they've worked the ball over the top here. Podence has got this ball out on the wing. Can Kane maybe get back here and help out? Well done to Todd Kane for doing his duties there and getting back and seeing that ball go backwards. Now, Chalobah's got to try and do the same thing. He's tried to make it past him, but Chalobah again, holding his ground, standing his ground pretty darn well. They have worked it inside eventually. Well done, Luke Amos, getting across there and doing pretty darn well. Can we maybe now start a bit of a counter-attack here? We see Todd Kane. We see Brightside Samuel ahead of us here. Obviously, Wolves, a team with that 5 at the back. However, breaking through fairly well here. Ilias Chair is going to play it through to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes' first time. What a tackle that is. Oh, apparently no. Apparently not what a tackle. Apparently what a foul by Den Donker. And that, I believe, is going to be a penalty. I'm fairly sure, because I'm fairly sure that was in the box. I'd like to see that back, because honestly, I thought he got the ball there. Oh, that really doesn't help me. I honestly thought he got the ball. I was literally saying good tackle because we were clean through. And I think Lyndon Dykes would have scored it. But Dykes now is going to step up to the penalty spot. Here we go. I'm not going to do my usual cheaty tactic of like the little chip in the corner. I'm going to take a powered strike here with Lyndon Dykes, because that is what Lyndon Dykes would do. He's hit the post. No way he's hit the post. we've missed the penalty. Oh my god. Oh, he's touched that down really well. Podent's coming inside. Ramsdale comes out equal to it. Well done, Ramsdale's done really well to make that initial save and then to smother the ball afterwards. Good job, Aaron, mate. They've worked the ball around quite nicely here, Wolves, I have to say. They're playing around pretty darn well, trying to break through the line of our midfield to then get to our defence. And here you can see this is not good for us. 3 against basically 1. Oh, well done to Nico Hammerlein. He's done really, really well there. Very, very good stuff indeed, I have to say. Now, Ilias Chair is going to play it forward. Dykes going to get that ball there. He's going to make that run forward in now. Obafemi, good stuff. Dykes gets that ball. Just has to stand up against Koundé. And he took too long to play that pass. I've tried to play it to Amos, but he took so long to do it that the midfielder did step in and intercept it. And that is what they're doing all the time. Getting that ball and just pinging it forward. I think second half we're going to need a change of formation to try and counter what they're doing right now, because we just can't seem to break them down and they get through our lines very, very easily. However, Lyndon Dykes here could potentially be onto a bit of a counter-attack. Lyndon Dykes now, Obafemi. Again, I need the players running between the centre-backs, not running at them. As soon as we run at the centre-backs, they're just winning every single through ball, because our passing just isn't the one just yet. But we're going to have to settle with a 0-0 at half-time. Again, I am going to go with the changes that I was just talking about. We are going to make some changes to this team very quickly. We're going to go to the 4-2-3-1, and we are going to be taking off Obafemi here. So Bright Samuel is going to go across there. And Obafemi is going to come off, and we're going to bring on Pepe Ars, see if Pepe Ars can come on with a little bit of game time, because he hasn't played too much this season, and see if he can get anything from this game just to help us out. Worst case scenario, I might also have to bring on Ellis Todd and or Macaulay Bonne. But I would like to be able to get into the lead and then be able to bring on Masterson or Ludwig. Again, bit of rotation, keep those guys nice and match sharp, and keep everyone happy. But that's what we're going to hope for. Let's see if the second half can be a little bit better for us in that, like I said, in that 4-2-3-1. See if it works out better for us. We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. Come on, boys. Ball in here to Ilias Chair. Ilias Chair playing out wide, which is kind of where he tends to play for us at the moment in this save. But now we're going to find Hammerlein on that overlap. Plays it into Ilias Chair. Play it down to Chaloba. Look at the space that Bright Samuel's in. But apparently I wanted that ball to Lyndon Dykes. But he's going to play it to Bright. Bright's first touch has let him down. However, keeps the possession. Pepe Ars was in there jogging on the spot to tap that in. However, wasn't a good enough pass. We have got Podence in acres of space here. Kane was absolutely nowhere near that ball, but Chaloba tries to come across and cover that pass or cover that run. Jimenez now stands him up, but lovely stuff there. I think that was from Carter Vickers, and it gives Chaloba a bit of a chance to bring this ball forward. We're going to play the ball into Bright Samuel, as he has got the beating pace-wise of Johnny. Now, Koundé is keeping up with him, but Bright is going to get that ball in there. However, it is blocked, and I am going to very quickly, change Ilias Chair. I'm going to bring on Ellis Todd and see if his pace can come in and make a difference for us. That is 2 substitutions. I don't really want to change anyone else right now, because realistically this is pretty much our strongest 11. Again, I'd love to bring on Marston, I'd love to bring on Ludwig, but right now I can't risk bringing those guys on when actually it's not really the most sensible choice for me to make. So we're just going to bring on Todd and see if Ellis can make a bit of a difference for us here. We're going to whip that ball in. Chaloba jumps up for the header. That's a very, very good jump from the Wolves player. They've got a pretty tall team, so I don't really know why I was expecting to win a header there. Hammerlein plays the ball into Dykes. Dykes is going to try and lay it off to Pepe Ars, but Pepe Ars doesn't get the ball as it's intercepted. Dykes is just going to have to lump it, but it's straight at Ruffier, and it's a simple save. They have got Podence through yet again. Kane is doing his best to try and keep up with him here, but not too long left on the clock. He's probably going to try and whip this in, because Jimenez obviously is a very tall player. However, they have passed it short. Neves now on the ball, who's been very quiet, I have to say. Barely even noticed Neves was playing, I won't lie to you, but they've got the ball out here to Johnny. Johnny's going to put that ball in the box. Oh, it's a good volley, but a very good block there from Hammerlein. Now, maybe, just to maybe, can this be a chance for us here? Ellis Todd is going to find Bright Samuel on our own counter-attack here. Koundé is going to try and come across to meet him. Bright Samuel going to get that ball up into the air. Lyndon Dykes, it's a good header clear. However, it's not gone very clear. Ellis Todd takes over the defender. Oh, what an effort from Ellis Todd. But I have to say, a fantastic save from Ruffier. Probably the best chance of the game for either side there. And it happened right at the death of the game. But it was saved by Ruffier. And I have to say, a very dud game. A pretty stinky game. Not too much exciting happening. Obviously, again, this has been a real wake-up call episode. We've done very well in the build-up to today's episode, and today we haven't been at our best. Obviously, a frustrating loss against Newcastle and a frustrating game full stop here against Wolves, and it's been a bit of an iffy one. I would say that we were possibly the better team. Looking at the stats, you can see we had more chances, we had more shots. There weren't even any match highlights. That's how dead that game was. But 1 point from 2 games today feels a bit underwhelming, but hey, maybe it's a bit of a drop back down to reality. What do you reckon? Okay, so after today's episode, been a bit of an odd one again, been a bit of a strange one in the fact that we haven't obviously been able to pick up a win today, which has been very against how we've been playing regularly. But I'm going to see where we are in the league as things stand right now. I'm going through every single competition that is in the Premier League, which is absolutely fantastic for us. We're in 7th place, and again, I cannot complain about that. Realistically, for a team that's just come up that really should be in a relegation scrap, we're doing pretty darn good, and I'm pretty happy with the fact that we're in the position that we're in, and we've started off picking up a good couple of early points, because those points near the end of the season could end up being absolutely massive for us. So all we've got to do is try and just battle through this slightly sticky time right now and make our way back into the better form, because realistically, we did get the loss to Newcastle. They're currently in 5th place, so I can't be too upset about that. Wolves obviously down in 11th, but they're only like 3 points behind us. So again, it's going to be a tricky time for us. But hopefully the next game, which as you can see in the league at least, is against Leeds, and hopefully we can do well. And the next game for the next episode is going to be in a cup game against Everton. However, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Want to let you know that Paul Smith is potentially going out on a short-term loan to Santos. That came back as an agreement, and we will see where that is going for that one. But again, thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like on the video. Massively supports me, the video, and the series out. Of course, if you're new to the channel, then please do consider subscribing and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Now his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'ma read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know. Hursty Games gonna